Hi students, welcome to the NEET Crash Course 2023 by Seekers Educational Institutions. Hope you all are preparing for your NEET exams very sincerely and I am going to help you from my part. So I am Kavita, working in Department of Biology, Seekers Education. So today we are going to see just the overview of both your 11th and 12th syllabus of biology, and I am going to give you a short overview about all the chapters from all the units of your syllabus. Let us start. First, coming to your 11th syllabus, we have 5 units in our 11th syllabus. Yeah. So the very first unit is Diversity in Living World. Unit 2, Morphology and Anatomy of Flowering Plants and Animals. Then Unit 3, Cell. Unit 4, Plant Physiology, and Unit 5, Human Physiology. So now let me explain you what are the chapters in all these units, and I will tell you in which chapter you are having more weightage. Yeah. So first, coming to your unit number 1. So unit 1 is Diversity in Living World. In this unit, we have totally 4 chapters. So let me tell you the names of those chapters. Chapter number 1 is Living World. Chapter 2, Biological Classification. Chapter number 3, Plant Kingdom. And chapter number 4, Animal Kingdom. Okay, so these are the 4 chapters we are going to discuss under Unit 1, that is Diversity in Living World. Now coming to Unit 2, Morphology and Anatomy of Plants and Animals. This unit comprises totally 3 chapters. So chapter number 1 in this unit is Morphology of Flowering Plants. So we are going to study about the morphology of only flowering plants and not the other divisions of your plant kingdom. Then the second chapter is the Anatomy of Flowering Plants. And the last chapter deals with animals, that is the structural organization in animals. So we are going to study some of the tissues that are present in animals. Okay. Now coming to the Unit 3. Unit 3 Cell, the very important unit and also the very basic unit for your biology. In this also we have totally 3 chapters. So the very first chapter is Cell, the Unit of Life. So from our 6th class of biology we are studying about cell. So we are well versed with this chapter. Hope this chapter is very easy for everyone. Now the second chapter, this is a chapter which is going to be a basic for your 12th syllabus Genetics and Evolution unit. Yeah. So only if you are thorough with biomolecules chapter, you will be able to understand the concepts that comes under your Genetics and Evolution. And the last chapter in this unit is Cell Cycle and Cell Division, which is again a very important basic chapter to understand any of your concept in reproduction and also in many other units. Okay. So here in this chapter you are going to study about the mitotic cell division and your meiotic cell division. Now coming to Unit 4. So this is Plant Physiology, where we are going to study about the physiological process that take place in plants. So this unit is going to comprise totally 5 chapters. So first chapter in this is Transport in Plants. You will study the different means of transport that occurs in plants. Then the second chapter is about the mineral nutrition in plants. So mineral nutrition, what are the different chemical elements, mineral elements that are required for the plant growth and development. Then the third chapter is photosynthesis. So we will study the detailed mechanism of photosynthesis, light reaction, dark reaction, everything. And then the fourth chapter is respiration, where you are going to study about the cellular respiration process, how it takes place step by step. And the last chapter is Plant Growth and Development. So this last chapter is going to deal about the phytohormones, all the phytohormones, the major 5 phytohormones in plants, how they are going to be useful in plant growth, etc. Right? And now the last unit in your 11th syllabus, the very important unit and the most weightage unit is Human Physiology. Right? So this unit is going to comprise totally 7 chapters. So the 7 chapters deals with the different life process in our human body. So you would have studied a chapter called life process in your 10th, right? So in that chapter you would have studied all the different organ systems in our body. Here we are going to study each and every organ system as a separate chapter, right? So the first chapter is going to be about the digestive system and the process that occurs in your digestive system. We call the chapter as digestion and absorption. Then the second one is breathing and exchange of gases, which is going to deal about the respiratory system and the mechanism of respiration. Then the third is body fluids and circulation, where you are going to study about the circulatory system and then how your heart is functioning, the activity of your heart, everything. Fourth chapter is excretion. We will study about the excretory system, the mechanism of urine formation, etc. And fifth one is locomotion and movement, where we will study about the muscular system, skeletal system, and how this mechanism of muscle contraction occurs. And sixth one is neural control, where we are going to study about the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. Along with that, we are going to study about some sense organs, eyes and ears. And the last one chapter is about the chemical control and coordination. So this chemical control and coordination, it is going to deal about all the endocrine glands present in our body. Okay, so see, these 5 units are there in your 11th syllabus, and the very first unit, diversity in living world, the living world chapter is the very easiest chapter and simplest chapter in your NEET biology syllabus. Yeah, so you will today, in the next class, we are going to discuss about this living world chapter. Then second chapter, biological classification, you are going to study about the basic 5 kingdoms of living organism, right? So kingdom Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. In those 5 kingdoms, the first 3 kingdoms, Monera, Protista, Fungi, we will deal in biological classification, that is chapter number 2. The last 2 kingdoms, right, Plantae and Animalia, those 2 kingdoms we are going to study as a separate chapter, plant kingdom and animal kingdom, in the first unit itself. So second unit is about the morphology and anatomy of plants and animals. So in this morphology of flowering plants, you will study about all the external characteristic features of angiosperms. And anatomy of flowering plants, we are going to have a detailed look on your tissues, tissue system, and the secondary growth, how it occurs in flowering plants, that is your angiosperms. And the last chapter is structural organization. Here we will discuss the different types of tissues present in our human body, and we are going to study about the morphology, anatomy and physiology of cockroach. Taking one organism as an example, we are going to have a detailed look on the structural organization in an animal, that is cockroach. Yeah. So remaining 3 units, I gave you an overview what we are going to study in that. So similarly, now I am going to explain about your 12th syllabus of biology. So let's have a 12th overlook on your 12th syllabus. So students, see now, I am going to give you some basic things about your 12th syllabus. So again, same like your 11th syllabus, in 12th syllabus also we have 5 units. So I am just continuing as unit 6 because already 5 units are over in your 11th syllabus, right? So unit 6 is reproduction, unit 7 genetics and evolution, unit 8 is biology and human welfare, unit 9 is biotechnology, and the last unit is ecology, right? So altogether we have 10 units. Now first coming to this unit 6, which is the reproduction unit. So now coming to this unit, we are going to have 4 chapters in this unit. Let me list out them. The very first chapter is reproduction in organisms. So this chapter give you a basic idea about reproduction. What is reproduction? What are the different types of reproduction? And then how your asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction occurs. And we are going to have a detailed notes on your sexual reproduction process. That is, what are the different events of your sexual reproduction, right? And the second chapter is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So this chapter deals only about the reproduction process, how it takes place in your angiosperms, that is your flowering plants. Yeah. Now coming to the third chapter of this unit, human reproduction. So which is really a very interesting chapter because we are going to learn about the reproductive system of man, both male and also female. Also we are going to discuss many things related to the sexual reproduction process that occurs in man, right? And the last one chapter is reproductive health. So this chapter is a must for the students, those who are in the teenage group. Why? Because we are going to have an awareness about the sexually transmitted diseases, and then how to control the population, what are the contraceptive devices that are available to control the population. All these things you will study in this reproductive health. Okay. Now, unit 7, that is your genetics and evolution, which is going to be again a very important unit, like the human physiology unit in your 11th syllabus. So this unit also comprises 3 chapters, and they are, the first chapter is the principles of inheritance and evolution. So already you have this knowledge about this chapter in your 10th syllabus, heredity and evolution. You have studied the basics of heredity and human evolution. The same we are going to study in a detailed manner, where you will study about the Mendel's monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, chromosomal theory of inheritance, and we are going to study what is mutation, what are the different types of mutation, and then the chromosomal disorders, Mendelian disorders, etc., etc., right? And next chapter in this unit is molecular basis of inheritance, which is really a very difficult chapter in your bio syllabus. You cannot simply memorize this chapter. Only if you understand the concept, you will be able to attend any question for your NEET exam from this chapter. Yeah. So this chapter is completely about the central dogma of molecular biology. So the central dogma of molecular biology is going to be like common in all living organisms, and you will study all your replication, transcription, translation, gene expression, also some operon concepts, human genome project, DNA fingerprinting, all these you will study in this chapter, right? And the last one chapter is evolution. So this is going to give you an idea about human evolution, also some of the theories that were proposed based on evolution of living organisms, and we are going to study some of the evidences for evolution also, right? And now coming to the unit 3, biology in human welfare. This unit is like just application oriented unit, and here we are going to see how biology is used in our day-to-day life. Okay, so the very first chapter is human health and diseases. So human health and disease, you will study about all the diseases, different types of diseases that occurs in men, bacterial, fungal, viral, protozoal, helminthic. Also you will study about AIDS, cancer, and the second part of this chapter is the immunology part. So where you will study about the complete immune system of human body, and the third part is addiction. So you will study like about drug addiction, tobacco addiction, alcohol addiction, all these. Okay. Now, the next chapter in this unit is strategies for enhancement in food production. So this chapter is going to deal about the plant breeding, animal husbandry, all those things. Okay. So strategies for enhancement in food production. Right. And the last chapter in this unit is microbes in human welfare. So in this chapter, you will study about how microorganisms are playing very important role in our daily life, in our preparation of household products, industrial products, how microorganisms are used in sewage treatment process, and finally what is the participation of microorganism in agriculture field. Okay. Then coming to unit 9, that is biotechnology unit. This is the most updated syllabus topic in your syllabus. So this biotechnology, now you know, like everywhere we go to medicinal field, agriculture field, many treatment for many genetical disorders, all those things are based on biotechnology. So this unit consists only of 2 chapters. The first one is you will study about the principles and process, that is about your rDNA technology, recombinant DNA technology. And second chapter is about the applications. So how this rDNA technology process is used in various fields like agriculture, medicine, and also in like some other places. Say for example, in medicine we have so many various fields, molecular diagnosis, production of many products like insulin, like hormones. Okay, so we are going to discuss all those things here. And the very last unit of your bio syllabus in your 12th is ecology unit. This is, we are going to study about your environment and how we and like that is living organisms and environment, they are interacting themselves. Okay, so we have 4 chapters in this. The first one is organisms and population. Okay, we will study like how living organisms are adapting to the environment, both plants and also animals, right? So then we will study about the different attributes of population, like birth rate, death rate, sex ratio, then ecological, like some of the basic concepts how population is affecting the environment, and then finally you will end up with population interaction. Okay, next chapter is ecosystem. So ecosystem is going to deal about the basic structure and functions of ecosystem, that is what do you mean by food chain, food web, and then ecological pyramid, ecological succession, and then some of the biogeochemical cycles. All these we will study here. Okay, the third chapter is biodiversity and its conservation. So this biodiversity, you know, already we will have some basic idea about biodiversity in the very first chapter, living world. So in this chapter you are going to have a detailed study on it. What is biodiversity? What are the different levels of biodiversity? How biodiversity loss is taking place and what are the causes for them? How can you conserve the biodiversity and what are the different types of conservation, etc. Right? And the very last chapter is environmental issues. So here we are going to deal about the different issues that are faced by the environment by anthropogenic activities. Yeah, that is air pollution, water pollution, then radioactive pollution, greenhouse effect, global warming, ozone layer depletion. So this is purely based on your environment, how to protect your environment from all these issues. Yeah. Yes, students, so I have given you a rough idea about all the chapters in all the units, and the forthcoming classes are going to be about each and every chapter. And like along with this information, I want to give you some more information, that is, so I'll tell you some of the exam preparation strategies. Yeah. So now you are in the like last minute of preparations, like hardly you have only 1 more month for your NEET exam. Now we can have some exam preparation strategies. Okay. I hope this will be very much useful for you. Please, at least if you are not able to follow all these strategies very strictly 100%, at least try to follow it from today onwards. Yeah. So keep yourself healthy. Okay. So how to keep ourselves healthy? So as a biology teacher, I should tell this, you should have a well balanced diet and you should have enough sleep. Okay. So this enough sleep and balanced diet, it should not be overeating or oversleeping, but you should have the basic like kind of nutrition and also the like enough amount of sleep, that is at least some 5 to 6 hours of sleep. That will keep your brain healthy, aware, and it will be, you will be able to concentrate more rather than doing overnight study. Yeah. Yes. Now the second important strategy is you have to plan your schedule according to your study timings, according to all other commitments in your day. So you have to make a proper plan, and this plan should prioritize. What prioritization we have to do? Yeah. So this prioritization, right? So it should be based on your subjects. Say for your NEET exam, you have to prepare yourself for physics, chemistry, and also for biology. And some of you may feel like physics is very easy for you and chemistry, biology, you feel it very difficult, and most of you will feel like biology is very easy, physics and chemistry difficult because they have many numericals in them, right? So when you are doing this prioritization, always make a prioritization from difficult subjects and then you go for your easy subjects. Okay, so this is very important. And the next thing is, every time you have to check your schedule whether you are in the plan or not. If not, you have to adjust yourself so that you should not drag too much in your plan. Also, you should not be lagging in your plan. Okay, so both things are very important, and check your schedule often. Okay, and this will help you in motivating yourself. Suppose if you are having a plan and you are doing it very properly, then you will have that satisfaction. At the same time, if you are lagging in your plan, try to speed up your process so that you will be in a proper pace. Okay. Then the fourth important thing is you have to take more tests. more mock tests you have to take. This is very, very important. Simply reading the content again and again will make you feel like that you know everything. But only when you take the test, you will understand in which concepts you are not like thorough, so that you can focus more on that particular concept. Also, students, when you are making this plan, right, give more importance for revision rather than studying new topics. So some of you would have like left some topics in some chapters where you feel it very difficult and you won't understand that concept, or like even though if you are like reading that concept again and again, you feel like it is getting not sticking on your mind. Okay, in that case, so those topics, right, which you have left, not studied, not read, those topics like you give like very less importance. Say for new topics you give only 40%, okay, or less than that. Not more than that, more than 40% very strictly. And for revision, you give 60% or more importance. So that will be helping you in using the time properly. Okay. And while taking this mock test, I told you, no, this will give you an idea in whichever concepts you are in, like in good position, and whichever concepts you are not like able to attend the questions, so that you can take those concepts and read the concepts and focus on that particular subject or concept, right? And after taking the mock test, it's very important to analyze your paper. So this paper analysis is must. Okay, so why we have to do this paper analysis? You will have a question. This is again 3 hour test or 3 hour 20 minutes test, and again doing this paper analysis, it will take some time. So you will feel like this is waste of time. Actually, it is not waste of time. So when you check your keys, right, and after checking your keys, you will see what is right and what is wrong, where concepts like you have made the mistakes. So doing this paper analysis, it will give you a strong idea about your subject confidence, and also the subject you are like not good with, and also in that particular subject you will be able to find out which particular part you are like you have to be more concentrated. Okay, so this paper analysis, don't forget to do this. This is a very important part, right? And so these things I am telling you what you have to do. There are few things which you should not do, right? So such things are, please come out from all your social media. This is very, very important. This will be diverting you a lot and distracting you a lot. So I'm not saying like permanently you have to come out from this, just for temporary time, that is till you finish your NEET exams. Yeah, so after that you are having enough time to like focus on it, so you can have your time later. But now for this next 30 days or 40 days, please come out from your social media. That will help you in eating your time. Okay, and also try avoiding discussions with your friends. Suppose if you are like working out on a concept, okay, so you are not getting the answer for some questions. So rather than calling your friend immediately or searching in internet, so that you will get your answer immediately. But thing is, you will not be knowing till the end, you will not be knowing how to solve that question or how to solve that problem. So instead of talking with your friends or discussing with your friends, please take your books, see from which concept the question has been, and try to understand that concept and try to solve on your own. That this will help you, like when the same model question comes for the next test, you will be able to solve it immediately. Yeah, so I have given you some of the key things which you have to do and which you have not, like which you should not do. So if these things, I feel like it will be helpful for you. So students, like this is our first class of biology. So we have discussed the overview of your 11th and 12th syllabus. I have given you what you are going to study in each and every chapter, right? And then I have given you some of the exam preparation strategies. So the next video, I am going to start with the first chapter, Living World. As it is a crash course, I cannot go into the concepts very deep, but I will cover all the concepts in a simple manner so that you can make it as a short notes, and you can use it for your revision or for your exam preparation. Yes, thank you so much. We'll meet in the next class.